Colts pick up a much-needed win against the Carolina Panthers, moved to 4-5. Offense, not so great. Defense, amazing. We're going to touch on all that and more on today's episode. This is Welcome back. What's up, Colts Nation and No Horse Around family? Oh, it's been 3 long weeks. 3 long weeks since we've been able to come to you with an instant reaction where the Colts have picked up a much-needed win in Carolina and Charlotte against their former head coach, Frank Reich, to move to 4-5. Overall, you guys, let's kind of touch on the good, the bad, the ugly, all that great stuff, right? So, the good, the defense looked great. 4 sacks of Bryce Young, 3 interceptions, 2 pick sixes. They gave up, what did they end up giving up? 173 passing yards. I mean, they gave up 138 rushing yards. They played amazing. The defense looked really good. Got a little worried at the end of the first half. I was like, they're going to let them go dink-dunk all the way down the field. And then they're going to score a touchdown. It's going to be a close game. And you're going to be like, oh, my God, you got to be kidding me, right? Like, you've got to be kidding me that they're going to let this happen. And they didn't. Pick 6, Kenny Moore, right? And then it kind of happened again, right? You're kind of looking and you're like, man, they're driving down the field again. Pick 6, Kenny Moore. Magnificent game by the defense. They looked great. DeForest Buckner just wreaked havoc in the middle. Overall, defense, I'd give it a solid B+. I thought they did what you're supposed to do. I tweeted out during the middle of the game that you do what you're supposed to do against a young quarterback who is struggling. Like the number 1 overall quarterback taken in last year's draft by far is the least good looking of all of them, and he has been struggling. You got a defense who, let's be honest, too, for the most part, knows Frank Reich's tendencies. So I was not surprised to see the defense play well. Next up, I was surprised at how poorly the offense played. Now, I know, right? Like you're missing your quarterback 1. We've been having that for a long time. You're missing Joshua Downs. Drew Ogletree goes out. Isaiah McKenzie is kind of out there, but he kind of, they never seemed – Gardner Minshew never seemed to get really into any kind of rhythm. Like any kind of rhythm. He was 17-26 for 127 and a touchdown. Didn't turn the ball over, so that's fantastic. But never seemed to get into any sort of rhythm or comfortableness throughout the game. He looked off most of the game. He'd dump out on clean pockets. Skipping balls, overthrowing, looked rushed. Just didn't look good. Against, in my opinion, a lackluster team. Obviously, they're 1-7, so they're one of the worst teams in the NFL. Didn't look good. If you're looking for bright spots, you did see kind of a really solid balance. I think the Colts really did want to run the ball. I think the Panthers really committed to stopping that in the second half. I mean, you look across the board, you had 30 rushes to 26 passes. It's pretty split down the middle in regards to what you're trying to do. Jonathan Taylor, 18 carries, 47 yards, no touchdown rushing. Obviously, he had the 5 catches, 22 yards for 1 touchdown. Looked good. Zach Moss had considerably about half of that. Michael Pittman Jr., 64 yards, tough yards. Took a big hit. But I mean, if you're looking at the offensive side of the ball, I mean. Penalties. Like they had some really bad penalties Carolina did that helped extend drives, but by far the worst outing that I've seen from the outside side of the ball. Overall, deep breath, take it in. First win in 3 weeks. I'm excited. We move on. We're going to be coming to you really early next week for the instant reaction because we're playing in Germany at like 9 a.m., you guys. So get up, get ready. They fly out. I think they said they're flying out Thursday, so look for the practice. Also, side note, really cool news that they broke the thing. Anthony Richardson's going to rejoin the team next week, so I'm excited to have him back on the sideline. As always, you guys like, share, subscribe, comment, all those great things. Join the family. Don't miss out. Make sure you get involved with this big family that me and Zach always talk about. Until next time, I love you. I know Zach loves you all the way from Carolina. For those who don't know, he went to the game in Carolina this week. I'm out.